I'm actually really excited to introduce our next speaker. She was my former student when I was a teacher in the 7th grade, and I've seen her grown up. And since she was very young, she'd ask me very critical questions as one of the only Black teachers in that building. And we had conversations late into the night, and I'd drive her home, ask her mom permission for her to stay after school. And a lot of our conversations revolved around race and inequality. And now she's an activist. Needless to say, I feel proud. And I know you will too. So I'm going to welcome Hannah Parker, a youth poet.
Hello, everybody. This poem is called Being Black is No Small Feat. If you guys would like, I have an artist page called Verbally Express that you can follow if you like what I do. So here I go. Being Black is no small feat. It's praying for the liberation of our next generation. It's praying for your release of the depression that is oppression. It's finding the energy to be kind to white people after all of their reoccurring transgressions. You see, I'd be lying if I told you I wake up every morning ready to write my pain into a summer sunset. There are days where the reality of our grief swallows me into an abyss, where our pain leaves my skin scorching hot and my eyes fiery red. There are days where I have to cleanse my mind of the first video, the second video, and the next video, where inhaling and exhaling feels a lot like survivor's guilt. There are days where I feel nothing, where numbness becomes protection, where vengeance and exhaustion release me of its stronghold, where joy wraps around my body like a long-lost lover, where stillness sings me a song to salvage what I have left of serenity slowly, quietly, thankfully, anxiously, until I have to rock myself back into rebellion. Being Black is having to pick between the next protest or your mental health. Is having to gauge whether running the risk of dying for your freedom or living in your lament is a wise enough decision for the day. Being Black is knowing that no system in this country was ever created to serve or protect you. That your sister's murderer still roams the streets with a license to kill. That even as I birth my baby, I'm 2 to 6 times more likely to die from birth complications than a white woman. That there are jail cells being crafted at the thought of my unborn child. There are Black girls who are suspended for talking back when they just needed someone to listen to them. There are Black boys who are treated like lethal weapons when the school guards are the ones who carry them. There are transgender Black people who are pushed out of their schools, out of their jobs, out of their families when there's no difference between their and our humanity. Being Black is no small feat. I'm going to say it again. Being Black is no small feat. It's not just street slang, the latest dance, baby hairs and edges. It's not just nice skin, protective styles, and Black men you use as accessories. Being Black is holding the weight of life and death inside you, is knowing that no matter how smart, how vogue-worthy, how articulate you are, you can never talk yourself out of your skin, out of a job you were denied because your name sounded too Black, out of a lineage that has been systemically deprived of their right to live a meaningful life. Being Black is no small feat. So will you vouch for my humanity when they stop sharing Instagram posts about systemic oppression? Will you push for diversity and equity when no one is pushing you to? Will you defend my 4C hair when your boys at the table say my hair is too kinky, too nappy? Will you deem my Black worthy of love when it talks too loud, when it takes up too much space, when its nose is too wide? Will you still deem my Black worthy of love when it's unconventional, Will you treat a Black child like your own? Will you treat a Black person like a person for once?